why we replay games? That's gonna be one of the stupidest questions, but still, it's pretty real. Like, why do I sometimes feel more comfortable and better when replaying a game instead of jumping to something new? That's what I'm gonna talk about and try and explain, so buckle up and let's get right to it, boys. This thing is pretty hard to explain, but we're gonna try it, and we're gonna start with we missed how we felt the first time. So when we play a game for the first time, we feel something. Either it's anger, it's happiness, maybe sadness that we finished that game. But still, when you jump back to that game, we miss that feeling that we had the first time. Or generally, we just miss it and want to jump back into that game or in that thing. Right now, we're talking about games that made us feel that something, if that makes any sense. Also, games feel different when you're older. Like, when I was younger and when I played any game, like, let's say GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption, doesn't matter. I didn't feel the story. I didn't feel the characters. I couldn't connect to them. But when you get older, you gain more experience in life and you can like connect more to the games that you previously couldn't. Most of the time, the games that you previously played and maybe even loved, but still the connection is on another level. It's on deeper level, a deeper level of connection. When we experience something for the first time, second time always feels safer. So like replaying games feels safe and we are in our comfort zone. That feeling is pretty real, and the comfort zone in gaming is pretty real. It's not a very popular term. Maybe I just invented it, but it's very real, and we all have that feeling of comfort zone and something that we already experienced. Like you already know the mechanics, know the story, so you're gonna feel lighter and easier, and you're not gonna have to turn on your brain 100% to play that game and to enjoy. Also, we can actually reconnect to the story and notice some things that we missed the first time. This has happened to me a lot of times while replaying games. I jump back into the game, even though I know the ending, even though I know the start and like the main plot, I still realize how much stuff I missed. Like it's not even normal how much stuff I missed. I missed a lot of stuff in these games, and I don't even know how I missed them because they're so like not stupid stuff, but stuff that you wouldn't think about when playing the first time, because when you play the first time, you mostly focus on the main story and not on the other things or like the parts of the main story. So replaying the game enables you to notice some things that you missed the first time while playing it. Another thing that's pretty real is that new games just don't hit the same as old ones. As I already mentioned in this video, we feel a kind of connection, let's say about mechanics or graphics. We feel a connection to these old games that we already played more than to new games. Like, how would you feel jumping into a new game and spending, let's say, 3 hours of your day or maybe 2 hours of your day trying to force yourself to like that game, or not even knowing if you're gonna like it, not even know if you're gonna waste that two hours, which those 2 hours can actually be pretty important. We never know what we need to do later in the day, or maybe you know and you just want to rest. So like, how would you feel wasting those 2 hours of your potential rest and just dropping it because you played the game that you didn't know and that at the end you didn't even like? So we as human beings jump back into something that we already like and already love, and know that we're not gonna waste those 2 hours, and know that we're gonna appreciate most likely every second of it. Also, another thing that ties to the fact that I already mentioned is that new games try so hard. I don't understand what the problem is with new games. I recently started a new game, gonna put it on the screen. I don't know what is the name of the game, but you're gonna see it right now. And I noticed that it tries so hard to be God of War. It tries so hard to be all these games at once, like open world, RPG. It has a lot of RPG elements. Like, why do new games try so hard? Back then, games were just trying to make mechanics and graphics good, and story the main part, like mechanics and graphics and all other that soundtrack and all these stuff. Just follow the story. Like, story was the main part and all of this was a side part that was enhancing the story. But now games just try to make everything perfect. It just doesn't work out and it feels very forced. Also, as I said multiple times on this channel, I'm not a guy who come here for philosophy sessions and any of that, but replaying games can actually feel lonely. Now, I don't know how to explain this so good, but you're gonna feel something when you play the game the first time, and the second time it's most likely not gonna be there, but you want it to be there. That's why you're gonna replay a game that make you feel happy. If you're like sad, you had a bad day or you had a bad week or bad time, you're gonna try to cheer yourself up by playing the game that you already know cheered you up back then, and it's just not gonna work out the same because you cannot experience the same thing twice. Maybe if like the game is not a story game, but we're mostly talking about story games right now. Also, first time we might have been rushing, but the second time we care more about details and getting that old feeling and finding something new in that game. So first time might have been just rushing the story or focusing only on the story, wanted to finish the story and move on to the next game. Maybe you had a full backlog of other games that you wanted to finish. But actually the second time, if you're gonna replay a game, you really do not have or don't care about your backlog. You're just gonna jump into that game and try to experience the most of it that you didn't in the first playthrough. Also, what I noticed is that some games actually become you. Like, it feels weird, but when you just want to disappear from the real world, when you just want to disappear from the real world or something bad that happened, you just turn on that game and it's basically your comfort time, something that comforts you. So if you feel very sad, you know you're gonna have a better time replaying a game that made you feel better or that you actually can connect to than jumping into something new. And most of the time when you feel sad, you don't have the power or the energy to turn on your brain to use it 100% with what you mostly need when you want to play new games, experience new stories, new feelings, all of that. So like replaying old games actually brings back the old you and gives you back some kind of satisfaction that you had the first time playing it. That's it, folks. So this was a pretty random video, but still replaying games. I wanted to make a topic out of this because I found myself replaying games a lot lately, which I haven't been doing before. I mean, I never replayed a game. I never replayed a game until like 1 or 2 years ago when I replayed The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 the first time. Those were actually one of my favorite games. So I can actually say that I had a lot of fun replaying them. And if you're thinking about should I replay this game, should I just play something new, you should trust your gut, man. If you really want to play something new, that's fine. You gotta experience new things. You gotta start loving new things. But if you just want to comfort yourself with something that you know is gonna comfort you or make you excited, make you feel something that you already felt, I think the better choice is replaying that game, even if it means you're not gonna fulfill your backlog, because at the end of the day, backlogs aren't the main things. You shouldn't really focus much on them. You should focus on what's making you feel good. That's it. Until the next one. See ya.